Hello everyone, and welcome to the Double Meal Dad Kitchen. I'm your host, the Double Meal Dad. The concept of the Double Meal Dad is a simple one. How can I stretch my dollar farther by buying foods that are on sale and get 2 meals in one out of the same type of meat? So I'm not, eating the same flavors over and over again. So today, we're going to switch it up a little bit. We got the Icon Red from our local brewery, St. Arnold's, just came out, and so we're enjoying a nice Bohemian Pilsner. And it's hunting season here in Texas, so I know a lot of my buddies and friends are coming back with some deer, and certain parts of the deer that you always wonder what to do with, things like the deer shoulder. And so this is actually a hunting recipe that I have for deer shoulder, but you can use it, for those of you who don't hunt or don't have deer meat, you can use it for like a bottom round, or what they might call a rump roast in your grocery store. So I went to the local HEB and I picked out a nice big rump roast. It's got the nice marbling in here with a lot of fat. And this is I mean, a really simple recipe. If you like Italian beef sandwiches, or kind of the shaved beef with a lot of good au jus in there, this is a simple recipe to make that type of beef without going through a lot of trouble. And again, this is one of those meals that you could start before you go to work in the morning, and then you can come back home and just serve it up and you're ready to go. So the first part, we're just going to do the first part of the video right now, which is the preparation. So this is before I go to work, or maybe at night while I'm sleeping, so the next morning it's all ready for me to go. We're just going to do the first part of the preparation, which is really simple. So I just have my crock pot here. Now I like to do this with the fat side up. So I put the fat side facing up. And the reason why I do that is that if you leave the meat side up, sometimes you don't have enough liquid in there and it dries out a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now, the other main ingredient to this is just pepperoncinis. These are just sliced, salad peppers. You can use the whole ones. I'll show you that in just a second here. And sometimes they're called pepper rings or banana peppers. Anything that got that peppery salad pepper. Now, be careful with some of the banana peppers. I know some of them are a little sweet tasting. If you like that, that's fine. But all we're going to do is we're just going to dump all of this pepper juice and all of these peppers right on top of our pot here. And the key here is we want to get enough pepper juice to cover our meat. Now, if we don't get enough pepper juice, what we can do is we can just open up a beer. Just open up a little beer and put a little extra liquid on top of there. We just want to get that flavoring. Now, I'm going to go ahead and dump this out. You can use the pepperoncinis, the full salad peppers like this. The only thing I would recommend is these little stems. You don't want to be pulling these out because they get nice and soft. So either just rip them apart off of here, or just take a knife and go through there and pull those off. So when I used to make this recipe from scratch, when I first started making this recipe, I used to buy these and I'd sit here one by one and peel off all these peppers. And then I got smart and said, oh, you can buy them sliced. So that makes your life a little bit easier. So all I'm going to do then is make sure I've got enough liquid in here to cover this. And then I'm going to add, now what I like to do is I like to add about 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. So this is just a good mix of Italian seasoning. So about 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. If you like it, a little bit more seasoned, go ahead and add 2 tablespoons, right? I just put about 2.5 teaspoons in there. I'm going to add some black pepper. And then I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to put it on the high setting I have on mine is 6 hours. If I'm going to go to work, I'm going to put it on the low setting for 10 hours. So I'm just going to try to let it cook all day and get to the point. When we come back, you're going to be able to take 2 forks, and you're just going to be able to pull this beef apart. It'll be nice, it'll be juicy, it'll be tender. We're going to put it on some French bread with some cheese, and we'll dress it up and we'll put it all together. But that's a recipe. I'll come back and show you guys part 2 in a little bit. Have a great day, and thanks for joining me on the Double Meal Dad. Have a great day. Well, welcome back, y'all. Well, as you know, we got our beef started yesterday. We let it slow roast for about 10 hours, and Look, I've just got a little set of tongs there, and the beef is just shredding apart. We got all this beautiful au jus in here, and you know, this is all we're going to do is just take a piece of French bread. And you can do this with a roll. You can do this with. I just took a nice piece of French bread that we had bought. Put a little mozzarella cheese. You could use provolone. You could use habanero cheese. You can use whatever you like, and get some of these good peppers that we put in here, and put some more beef in here. And you know, if you're a Chicagoan and you like to run it through the trough, as they say, you can dip the bread right inside the juice, or take a ladle and kind of scoop some of that juice up. I'm just going to go ahead and dip a little bit of it in there. And there we go. That's all there is to it. So again, we can do this. We did this with rump roast, a bottom round roast. You can do this with deer shoulder. Really any of those types of meats that kind of shreds like that comes out really nice. And we'll go ahead and give this a little bit of a try, even though it's early in the morning. I'm going to go ahead and, oh, it's nice and juicy and hot. Really hot. Oh wow. That's so good. Okay, well, thanks for joining me on the Double Mill Dad. I hope you guys get a chance to try this recipe. To all my hunting buddies, happy hunting. See you next time on the Double Mill Dad, y'all. Take care.